17 on the return. We are playing the Hogs. The Nassau Hogs, D Division Hogs against the Access Direct Jaguars from Suffolk County. They're Suffolk County champs. Greg Sarah here with colorman Frank Casara and the Assistant Commissioner of the Long Island Flag Football League, Dan Alvino. And Dan, tell us a little about the rules in D Division football.
Okay, basically they're the same as the C. There's a 3 Mississippi count. They're allowed 1 free blitz every 4 downs. It's an 80 by 40-yard field. And the kicking rule is that there's no rush on the kick.
We have a nice flag on the play there. We have a flag. We're going to have to bear with us here. Our information is soaking wet from a monster thunderstorm that we had earlier in the day during the C Division Championship, won by the Wantagh Wolverines 55-54 in the highest scoring game in Long Island Flag Football League playoff history. Ricky Phillips and the Molson Icebreakers losing by 1 point, having gone for the 2-point conversion in the second overtime and coming up short as Bo O'Leary knocked down the 2-point conversion pass. Now we look at number 12, quarterbacking for the Nassau Hogs, Peter Anaruma, captain, 6'1", 235 pounds, throwing the ball over the middle, incomplete. Anaruma, Valley Stream High graduate, was an all-league player in 1974 to 1976. He's 38 years old. And Dan, what can you expect from these teams here in the D Division?
Well, Access Direct has a lot of experience from Suffolk. They have Lou Rocker as their quarterback. They basically play straight across, 5 across defense. What I know of them offensively, they do everything in flag. They throw the ball downfield, and they show the occasional run.
Anaruma used to quarterback at New York Tech for the Bears from 78 to 80. He's got college experience, and then he played semi-pro for the Brooklyn Kings. He was the 1985 league MVP. He's back in the shotgun, 2nd down and 5, and he's going to roll to his left and throw a little pass over the middle, which is broken up. Broken up in the secondary by number 22, and a little over-exuberance from his teammates. Doug McGee knocked Todd McGee on his butt. This is probably his brother. The younger McGee getting a congratulatory shove from the older brother. Doug McGee is 25 years old. Todd is 22. 3rd down and a long 3 for the Hogs. Anaruma back in shotgun again. Twins to both sides. He's working on the wet turf of Hofstra Stadium. Skies have cleared, and the weather has broken. The humidity is gone. And Anaruma will pick up the 1st down and about 3 or 4 more yards. A nice flag by number 24 in the play, Kenny Boyle.
Ken Boyle.
Greg, I'll tell you, that number 28 on the Hogs, he is the biggest slapback I've ever seen.
Yeah, he comes out of the defensive tackle position, comes around and leads the charge around the end when Anaruma takes the ball around the right end.
Curtis Moore, number 28, 250 pounds on a 6'2 frame. That's a big target in the slot, Dan.
Yeah, you could say that. And you'll notice this game will be a little slower at the start compared to the C. You know, it's a different division. It's 1 step lower. Most of these guys are starting out. They've been in the D for a couple of years. And they'll be moving up to the C at the beginning of next season.
71, Ricky Boyle at nose tackle, wearing the illegal hat with the straps hanging down, which the officials will probably make him take off somewhere here in the first half. Anaruma looking to pass, 1st down and 15, floats it way out in secondary, and he overthrows wide receiver number 24 in the play.
Okay, I tell you, Greg, Greg and Frank,
yeah,
this is going to be something compared to the last game that we just did, the C final.
We seem like we're doing a little sleepwalking here, but we'll get into it.
Yeah, that game really took a lot out of us, so we'll get into it, guys, in a minute.
We have a little lull here after the storm. Trying to get up for this D championship with very little information on the players. I apologize for that. Captains will learn as we get along further and further in this that they have to get us player numbers so we know who we're looking at on the field. Live and learn, fellas. Anaruma back in shotgun, 2nd down and 16, hands it off to number 80.
Nice block, 75.
And he's going to get about 15 yards, and he gets flagged deep in the secondary by number 22. And I wouldn't be surprised if it was Todd McGee again, that man that made the flag before and knocked the ball down.
Frank, who do you got number 75 for the Hogs, man? Nice block.
Bill Boy.
Yep. He's 340 pounds down on a 6'7" frame and only 21 years old. He's still got some growing to do.
Yeah, I wouldn't like to take him out to dinner.
And they said Billy was looking to play in the World Football League, that he's a major college prospect, and that he played for Nassau Community College from 94 to 96. And the notes here say that Bill runs a 5.40 flat,
which is a very good time for a 340-pound man.
Great time.
6'7", 340. Wow. He's a large man.
Very deliberate, this offense.
3rd down and 5, Anaruma.
For lack of a better word, Dan.
Yeah.
Bad snap. The ball is dead once it hits the ground. There are no fumbles in flag football. And Dan, explain some of the rules here in the D division. How does it differ from the C and the B and the A, and why is it a developmental division here in Long Island flag football?
Well, we felt a few years back that too many teams were getting blown out with their scores, and we felt that starting this developmental division in the D. The rules are basically like the C. You cannot stiff arm. It's an 80 by 40-yard field. 1 blitz every 4 downs. And the kicking rule, there is no rush on the kick. To develop the kicking game, they have to get the kickoff before a 3 Mississippi count that's counted by the line ref.
3rd down situation here. Anaruma back to drop. He's dropped back space. He's in big trouble. Gets the ball away. Knocked away by number 24, Kenny Boyle.
Nearly intercepted.
Outstanding play. And I believe that was 4th down. It was wrong on the scoreboard. It was 4th down. So they don't convert on the 4th and 3. The 4th and 7, I am sorry. And we're going to have to pick up the pace here, guys, and get into this game.
All right, this offense by Access Direct is led by Lou Rocca, number 1. He's their leader on the field. Lou has a lot of experience. This is about his 10th season in the league.
Lou Rocca, a 33-year-old captain of this team, owner of the Finishing Touch Landscaping.
Matter of fact, he was my landscaper for a couple of years.
He threw for 26 touchdowns and 7 interceptions this year. He's been pretty much on the mark in the playoffs with 11 TDs and 2 interceptions. And he brings up twins to the right, an inside handoff. Going right, and we got a little bit of a tackle and a flag. And he's going to get away with that. He held him up on that, Frank. You see that? A little bit of the body there.
That's Curtis Moore, 250 pounds on 6'2". Good speed there. Got outside.
If you can get away with something like that, you go with it.
You absolutely do. Another two-way player.
2nd down here for Access Direct. And they're working from our right to our left in 8-man flag football, where they have the 3 Mississippi count in.
Yes.
1 blitz per every 4 downs on an 80 by 40 field. This game will take on a much slower pace than the 55-54 game of the C division.
Nice throw.
We have a pass out into the flat, and it's caught. And John Marzo's going to work his way up the field, and he makes a bunch of big moves up the field. He's not flagged, but he is knocked down hard at the 36-yard line. John Marzo for the 1st down. He picks up about 18 yards on the catch and carry, and that was a nice delivery from Rocca.
Excellent pattern, good pass, Greg.
Take another look at Marzo, one of the premier Stan Musial baseball players out in Suffolk County. Here's Rocca, winds up, and he fires it out in the flat to a wide-open Marzo. And now here come the moves, and Johnny can still run. Fake a few people out, come through, and now, boom, down on the hips. The guy missed the flag, but he pushed him down, and that turf's pretty soft out there. It's still wet from the storm. And we had a fake hand up to Donazi. He throws out, and there's Marzo again. And he tried to run with it before he made the catch, and it's incomplete.
Got to catch that, son. He's in.
Ball was delivered on the mark, same play as before. But Marzo was looking to run with the ball before he had it in his hands. So we'll face 2nd down and 15. Ball at the 35 of the Hogs. Nassau's D champion. 3rd down, 15, Access Direct at the 35 of the Hogs. Roca rolls to his left, and he throws deep and into big-time double coverage. The ball's knocked down, incomplete, a dangerous pass. It looked like he was just looking for a shot there, just throwing it up for grabs.
He just threw it up, Greg.
And what would you do here? Would you punt at the 35, or would you try to go for the 1st down?
I would punt and pin him at this point. It's a scoreless game, and let your defense do a little bit of work.
We're seeing a little bit of defense here, a little bit of an ineptitude on the offense after we saw an aerial show in the C Division Championship in the shootout with the Wantor Wolverines and the Molson Icebreakers. Now we have the Jaguars and the Hogs playing methodical offense.
You'll notice that they're letting the center hold the ball in a huddle. That's to keep it dry.
This field drains really well here at Hofstra Stadium. If you could believe, we were just in the middle of a monstrous thunderstorm,
monsoon,
filled with hail and tornadoes and hurricanes, and it was out of control. And they're not going to punt, 4th down, and he's sending 4 receivers deep, and he's got Marzo walking open, and he's got him, and that's a big play.
Good pitch, good catch.
Marzo makes the catch for a pickup of 17 yards on 4th and 15. Nice delivery by Roca to a Marzo cutting in front of the defender at the 18-yard line. And we'll take another look at that. Tom Reardon on the coverage. And here we have the pass. Nice delivery and bang. Right there. Nice job. And Reardon makes a nice flag.
Excellent time to throw, Greg. Excellent. Good blocking up front.
One thing that you do see in the D division, you don't see much of a bench. You know, like it's developmental, and these guys want to get as much playing time going both ways, whatever. Not like you see in the A division or the B, or even the C when you see the Wantor Wolverines with a 24-man roster.
First down and goal at the 18-yard line of the Hogs. He takes the snap under center. Roca's got Santa wide open, didn't pick him up enough, and he throws a waffle into the end zone, and Marzo doesn't make the play. And he was looking for a call in the secondary, and he's not going to get that. Good defensive play deep in the secondary. And when that man turns around, we'll give you his number and his name. It looks like Anaruma, the quarterback.
Yeah, it's Anaruma. He's going both ways. I'd like to mention the referees now, Greg, if I can. Joe Cook is the referee. Line judge is Frank Agliotti. Side judge is Peter Walton. And the back judge is Tony Lamonti.
And Dan, do you also see a difference in the uniforms in the D and the A and the B? You know, you see the guys in the D, it's like, you know, they got like mixed and matched jerseys. It's like, well, it's truly a developmental division.
Yeah, because
they really don't go out and spend the money on
uniforms. Yeah, they're just starting out. It's not like if you're looking at a Grazio Karting or a Park Bench or an East Meadow 49er team that have good backing and whatever, and, you know, fully outfitted teams.
Second down and goal from the 18. Roca in shotgun, looking left, throws deep, and he's got Marzo out of the end zone. Incomplete pass.
We got a hamstring pull.
Play it down. He's been trying to stretch pretty much for the entire time they've been in this series. I've watched our man over there stretch in the secondary. He's been Wayne Kendall. He's been laying down on his back. He's been doing everything he can to stretch out, and it looks like he's having some problems. For anyone interested to join the Long Island Flag Football League, they are now accepting new teams for the 1997 fall season. You can join the A, the B, the C, or the D division. And the finals in all 4 of those divisions are held in Giant Stadium in the Meadowlands. Call 516-842-6023.
If you have a new team or you're not that experienced, you'll start in our D division. And you, too, could be at Giant Stadium or playing here at Hofstra and having your game televised by Cablevision.
Wayne Kendall having some serious problems with his cramp. He's cramping up real bad on the sideline. See him sitting there trying to get it out, and I mean, this is not the place. It's been a bad day for number 33s. Number 33s have been missing a lot of these games. In the A game, number 33 on the Grazio Karting missed most of the game, too. He went out with a little bit of an injury. Right, Frank?
Absolutely, Greg.
I think he injured his forearm.
Was that Rich Spadaro?
Yeah.
That's Rich.
I believe he has
waiting to get in that game for years, and we had an unfortunate play. And
he's been on TV before with Awful Dodger.
Roca back to pass, wide open, Marzo, touchdown. Nice catch, John Marzo. And they went right to the area. Wayne Kendall came off the defense, and they just attacked that spot in front of Tom Reardon, number 25, who had separation from Marzo, 4 yards away from the ball, and Roca delivered a strike. And we'll take a look at that again. Shotgun formation. Here comes the rush. Roca throws right down the midfield. Nice tight spiral, wide open Marzo. And touchdown, Johnny Mars.
Louis could throw that ball. I mean, he's an experienced player, 10 years in the league. He knows how to get the team downfield, and he's a good motivator, good leader.
Looking for the extra point situation. Will they kick or go for 2? They're deciding right now. Looks like a kick.
T's on the field. They kick.
They went out to get the block.
Access direct kicks. They never go for anything else but a kick. Roca is the holder.
And for the extra point, Joey Weeks. His kick is low and blocked. Blocked by number 70 on the play, who didn't have to do too much jumping on that. He kicked pretty much right into his hands. Mike Einsettler. Good thing. We've already had problems here with the storms and everything else. This guy's shaking up around. He's another large man. 6'5", 325. Mike Einsettler. Offensive tackle and a defensive lineman. Went to West Babylon High School. He was a captain in 1990. Went on to play at West Point for the Army team. He's a big guy. We got some big dudes in this game. I'll tell you what. The Hogs went out and recruited some guys. Look at 70 and 75.
Yeah.
They could tip this field between those two guys. That's 665 pounds.
The name is fitting.
Yeah.
Right?
And also, Frank is writing their names down as you're speaking, Greg.
Hey, quarterback's a big guy, too. Anaruma's 6'1", 235, and he's put together.
Yeah, they're a pretty big B team. D team.
Shotgun formation down, 6-0. The Hogs will work from our left to our right. Anaruma looking downfield. A little dump pass out there in a flat. Complete for about 6-7 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 13. Brother Ron Anaruma with the catch. Ron is 35 years old, 5'11", 185, wideout. Also graduated from Valley Stream Central, went to New York Tech and played with the Brooklyn Kings semi-pro tackle football team. He led the team in touchdown catches this year, and he's ready to go. He breaks the ice with his first catch, and we have 2nd down and 14. Peter Anaruma comes up to the ball midway through the first half of this Long Island Flag Football D Championship here at Hofstra Stadium. Anaruma's looking downfield. Finds receiver clearing, and the ball is deflected and knocked out of play. And then you can see a lot of guys sliding around out there. It's still wet.
Yeah, very wet, though. I was just going to mention that a lot of guys are losing their footing going downfield on these patterns.
There's some residual condensation inside the turf. You can see when the guys slide, you can see the spray coming up. Just you don't see it on the outside. Good drainage system here.
Greg, were you an English major in college?
No.
Sun is starting to break through now. They're going to be shutting these lights off. The lights are going on here at Hofstra. Sun's starting to come back out.
They did a nice job in the C Championship when it started to get dark, when those clouds loomed overhead, and they threw those lights on right away. This crew over here at Hofstra is great.
No, they're the best.
3rd down, 14. Anaruma looking downfield, pressured. He's going to scoot right, fire it deep. He's got his brother wide open. Incomplete. Out of bounds.
Yeah, that would have been out of bounds, Greg.
Excellent coverage on a play by Mark Lamott, a defensive back who had 18 interceptions this year. 18 picks.
18 picks.
He's a sniper in the secondary. That's unbelievable. I don't know that we had 18 picks on our whole team in 2 years.
Well, you know, I think I'll run right across the road over there to Bill Parcells' office and put a word in for him.
18 picks. That's impressive.
That's a lot of picks.
Stop writing his name down, Frank.
The Hogs are in a punting situation, and we'll see one of the guys come out and try to boot it and pin access direct deep in their own territory. 4th down and 14 here, midway through the first half of this Class D championship. Frank, what do you think? You think access direct puts another touchdown on the board and they got some problems for the Hogs?
Well, they're looking good on offense thus far. Let's see if they can get a decent return here.
It's a good kick.
Oh, and it's fumbled.
I believe that was 22, Shannon Sabatino on the fumble.
Ball is dead.
No, that was 21.
Where the Access Direct Jaguars will take a 6-0 lead and the ball and look to add to their 6-point advantage. 1st down and 19 at their own 21-yard line.
Greg, what do you expect here? Control the ball?
I think he's going to go to Marzo again. He's going to work the ball down the field. Roca. He's going to do a little dump pass to Marzo. He's going to keep working on that side of the field.
All right, you got a 1st and about 19 for the 1st down. Just over the 20-yard line.
Right now, Marzo, number 9, has been the go-to guy. Lou Roca has been going right at him. Number 1, the big guy at quarterback. And he's going to come up under center. A little sweep action to the right, and he's going to be flagged. And he was missed by number 81, and we have a flag shield.
Yeah, definite flag shield.
Because it looked like he was flagged, and he just whacked that hand out of there. And Dan, how come you can't flag shield in flag football?
Because you're prohibiting the defender from going for your flag, which is around your waist. I mean, everybody's taught in high school, college, whatever, to pump those arms and run. A good running back will do that. Yes, Frank. Frank will tell you the same thing. But that rule is put in to help out the defense on the flag pull. It's 10 yards from the spot, loss of down. There's the loss of down signal by Joe Cook.
A huge penalty. What was a 12-yard gain is now a 5-yard penalty. Moves the ball back to the 14-yard line or thereabouts of Access Direct, setting up 2nd down and 26.
And you got double sticks here, and what I mean by that, he's got to go to the 40, past the 20, so it's double sticks for the first down.
Well, Rocco will throw the ball over the middle, and he will look for Maz coming across the middle. Johnny Maz, he's got 3 or 4 catches already here in the first half, and he's finding openings in the seam. Rocco back to pass. And he's going to get in big trouble back there, and he's sacked.
That's a good flag. That's
big
a
play by the defense of the Hogs. Nassau Hogs chasing him down. Roca trying to spin out of trouble and having a lot of trouble. And it looked like a tackle, but you know what? When you're reaching for that flag and those jerseys are elongated and they're over your flags, it's real tough to pick a flag out of a jersey.
Excellent coverage downfield.
That's a good job by the referee, Joe Cook, not making a call there, because this is just purely a guy going for the flag. You'll see he's under pressure. He steps up, and guys are reaching for the ground. He's reaching there. You know, he's got shorts and flag right there, so I wouldn't have a problem with that.
That's a good non-call. Good non-call.
You got to know when to step up and whip that little yellow thing out and chuck it on the field, and when to just keep it in your pocket and stay out of trouble. Because you know guys out there want to get a little lip going with those refs when they're chucking those
Frank,
flags.
you know what Greg always says when you get on the field with him? Let us play, Dan. Let us play. And when you don't throw a flag,
Means
forget
let us
it.
do everything.
Forget it.
Roca back to pass. He's going deep down the yard. He's got Santo, and he overthrows him.
Double coverage again, Greg.
Not really a smart pass, but you know what? Even if that's picked off, they're picking it off all the way downfield. And if you can throw it further than your punter can punt it, and you can pin them all the way down the end of the field, it's really not such a bad thing on 3rd down. And 26.
That's good.
That's my excuse when I throw an interception way down the field. Like, it was better than a punt.
You heard it, fans. He admits to throwing interceptions.
One. I said one. You got to have guts. If you don't throw interceptions, that means you didn't take any chances, right, Frank?
Absolutely.
Just don't say unbelievable like Frank D'Annunzio.
Frank's a great guy.
Yeah, Frank's a great guy. He wiped me out in Giant Stadium a few times. It was unbelievable how he knocked me down.
Made one of the best catches I've ever seen on a TV game here a couple of years ago. One-handed catch.
Now, I would have thrown the interception for 48 yards after that weak punt, right? Ron Annarumma will return the ball 7 yards. Annarumma brings it back inside the midfield to the 36-yard line of Access Direct. And you know what? They got to respond. They got up 6-0. They get the ball back after a big defensive stand. You got to drive the ball down the field, take that 2-touchdown lead here, make that other team sweat. Instead, 6-0. Annarumma's got the ball inside midfield.
They got to get something going here,
and
Greg.
they got to punch one in here and answer the call. We're getting close to the 2-minute warning here in the first half.
Yeah, there it is, Craig.
That's a beautiful hat.
That's
you wouldn't be
some
able to
hat.
wear that fake jersey with the tape on the front for number 71.
That's his lucky hat. He's worn it
All right.
all year when we started in March.
You're not allowed to wear that dopey hat.
That's a lucky hat.
That is
That's
quite
okay.
the
That's
fashion
cool.
statement.
That's a cool thing. Shotgun, fakes the inside handoff to Ron Annarumma. Pete Annarumma looks
Nobody's
deep.
there.
He overthrows
Great
once
coverage.
again.
I mean, look how deep they are in the coverage here.
You
I
can't
mean, he
get
has nobody
better
open.
coverage than that. Danny's all over him out
Yeah.
there. He's like, doing the right thing. He's like white on bread, right?
Absolutely.
got it.
Mark Lamont in the coverage again, once again, outstanding in the secondary.
I believe that was the Terminator with 18 interceptions.
That's the man. He's having a good time. And why not? Long Island flag football is all about having a good time.
And having fun. And
Especially when you win the championship. One of the proud sponsors of the Long Island Flag Football League is Scarab Jewelers, 290 Montauk Highway, East Islip, New York, where our word is as good as gold. For everyday values and good service, go to Scarab Jewelers, a proud sponsor of Long Island Flag Football. You think I can get a deal over there for like a diamond or a watch? Because I don't have a watch.
I think you've been plugging them enough.
use
Let
my-
me know. I'll go.
I use my beeper all the time for the time. Annarumma looking downfield, sitting in the pocket.
There's
He's got
nobody
good
open.
protection. And he's got
He's
a
got
wide
somebody.
open receiver inside the 20-yard line. And guess what? Ron Annarumma for the first down.
Right.
Do you
Hit
think
his
those
brother.
guys would be upset if we shortened that last name from Annarumma to Annie for the rest of the game? Because that's a tongue twister.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to try
Frankie's not even going with it. He's just staying off it. Danny, you haven't tried it either.
Annarumma.
All right, you say it in the play-by-play, and I guarantee you screw it up. You'll be marbles in the mouth as soon as you start. First down and goal at the 18. Dump pass to the big man. He missed the flags. And he's down to the 3-yard line. Clock is rolling. The clock is rolling. I wouldn't argue right here. Believe you get a point. Get down on the ball. 3rd down here.
Yep.
Second down. Second down. Get down on the ball, run that clock. They're at about 1:20, and let's make this happen here. Frank, what'd you think of that little dump pass right there to number 28?
I liked it. I've been looking to go to him for quite a while. So
Has he been open? Curtis Moore?
he has been. He's a big target. They should really use him.
6'2", 250, another large man.
Number 33.
Pete Anaruma in shotgun, led around the end by the big guy, and
got him.
flagged, an outstanding flag by John Donazzi, coming from the safety position, 29-year-old director of operations at Access Direct Systems, and I guarantee you, he's the guy that got the team to sponsor.
I would think so, Greg.
And you know what? What makes him a great man? He's a graduate of Dowling College, 1991.
Greg, number 33, who got injured earlier.
Fellow alum.
Yeah, he's not coming back.
He
Can't even walk.
He's got a bad calf injury. He was cramping up for a couple plays before he got hurt, and we hope he's all right.
He's sitting on a water cooler now. He's done for the day.
That's too bad. Guys work very hard to get here, and it's not a good thing. You know, we know what's strange about that? I was watching him warm up before, and he was acting like he was like a karate guy, throwing kicks, stretching out, doing all the stuff. He's a black belt in karate, so I hope he's all right. Anaruma back in shotgun, 3rd down and goal. He's going to go left
Good
with
block.
the run, and he's in easy for the touchdown.
Great block out there.
That is.
Did you get that
as
number?
Easy a touchdown.
That was the big guy on the block.
Did you get that truck, Curtis Moore?
Curtis Moore, number 28.
More trucking. Him, number 28. More trucking. Follow me. I'll run people over.
I mean, he just rolled over the guy. Hope you have this on replay.
We'll see that one time. Anaruma following the big guy.
There
Little
he is.
counter step to the right and huge block into the end zone.
I think he blocked him, Greg.
Yeah, I think that was a mismatch. Joey Weeks got buried on that play.
The Hogs here, if they can win this game today, we'll even it up. Will be 2 for Suffolk and 2 for Nassau if they can win this game today.
The all-important extra point kick by John Vaughan. John Vaughan, who went and played rugby and was the Gaelic national champ from 80 to 81. He just clanked that one through the uprights, dead down the middle. John went to Moat College in Ireland, and guess what sport John played?
I'll bet you he played rugby, Greg.
Good guess. I covered the paper so you couldn't read it, and you still guessed it.
How come you didn't pass that down to me, Greg?
Oh, see that? Frankie's too sharp. I can't even get him. 7-6 here. Hogs over the Access Direct Jaguars. Long Island Flag Football Class D Championship at Hofstra Stadium. Less than a minute to go here in the first half. One of the proud sponsors of the Long Island Flag Football League and distributor of the Long Island Flag Football League football with the George Higgins insignia, West Coast Sporting Goods, 1306A Hicksville Road, Massapequa, for all your team needs.
Go down and see Bruce.
Bruce Weinthal, good man. Very big-time guy in the softball world, right?
Yeah, very big.
Very friendly guy.
Lovely man.
Frank never met him.
Bruce is a sweetheart. Bruce is a sweetheart.
All right. Our Gaelic national champ is going to pound the ball rugby style. He was drafted by the Melbourne Australian Rule Pro Football Team. Did you guys know that?
No, really.
That's a nice kick.
Nice and high.
Taken at the 10-yard line and return down the right side. Then good wall, big yardage, and he gets pushed out of bounds at about the 28-yard line, where Access Direct trailing 7-6 against the Nassau Hogs with about 40 seconds left here and a half, waiting for word from the sideline. 1st down and 11, and can Lu Roca do anything here on... And will he be looking for Johnny Mars or somebody else?
He hasn't hit Lee Santo, his favorite receiver, yet.
Yeah, they've been out of sync here. I think that might be because Santo's wearing a yellow number instead of a white number.
Lee is also the backup quarterback. He can quarterback also if anything happens to Lou. So, and he's a capable quarterback.
1st down and 11. The waning moments of the first half of this Long Island Flag Football League D Championship.
That field is
Hofstra
almost
Stadium.
dry if you look at it. Look at it.
And I'm sure the humidity is just way up there right now. They'll be baking in a few minutes. Shotgun formation, little dump pass. It is your boy Santo.
Oh, yeah.
And he's flagged and the clock will run. He didn't get out of bounds.
No, he's
First
seeing
down.
him out of bounds. He's seeing a little out of bounds.
Now, does the clock stop when you get a 1st down under 2 minutes?
The clock only stay. Oh, he's winding it. He deflagged them, so now the clock starts as soon as they reset it.
Shotgun formation. Marzo again on the button hook. Santo again on the out. Flagged again. Pick up of 11.
It looks like they're back in sync.
Methodical, working down the field. 2 catches in a row for the yellow numbered 18, Lou Santo. Timeout on the field. Long Island Flag Football League. And Dan, if you want to play Long Island Flag Football, the league's accepting new teams for its fall 1997 season. You can play in the A, the B, the C, the D, and if the league continues to grow, the E. Finals at Giant Stadium. Call 516-842-6023. How would you put an E division out there? What would you call those guys if D is developmental? What would E mean? Come on, see how
environmental.
There you go.
Extra help.
I love that.
We got it from our guys in the truck. Extra
our
help.
Producer came up with the best line, the Extra Help League.
How about
I like that.
Also, if anyone is interested in officiating, we're always looking for officials, experience in that.
Don't do it.
Always looking for officials. You can call that number too and leave your name and number, and it'll be passed on to me, and I'll pass it on to Phil Machida.
Absolutely.
Always looking to expand the officiating. Uh-oh, he doesn't know the rules. Lou Roca just blew it. The rules are you have to take the snap from under center to down the ball in flag football.
Right.
And smack it down for stopping the clock.
Direct snap.
If you do it as shotgun formation, it is a penalty and loss of down.
Because of the blitz, we just got to call in. Why would he spike the ball? He's spiking the ball because he wants to kill the blitz.
Why would you call a timeout and then down the ball? And Dan makes a good point. If the other team blitzes, you spike the ball to lose the blitz. And Roca's just throwing it up for grabs.
Pick.
And it'll be knocked out of play. Smart play right there. Ball's knocked down.
You threw into triple coverage there,
It's
Greg.
a good job right there.
5 seconds, Greg, I believe I heard.
Knocked that down. It's a good play, and I think we're at the half, guys.
Oh, yeah, that's the half.
And the score at the half of the Long Island Flag Football Class D Divisional Championship game here at Hofstra Stadium is Nassau Hogs 7, Access Direct Jaguars 6.
Cable theft is a crime. If you see it, help us fix it. Call 1-800-660-0715. All calls are confidential.
Welcome back to Hofstra Stadium for the Long Island Flag Football League's Class D Championship as our second half kickoff sails out of bounds. And it looks like they'll start at midfield. The Access Direct Jaguars moving from our right to our left, trailing the Hogs of Nassau 7-6. And Dan, what'd you see in the first half? A whole lot of what?
Well, I'll tell you the truth. So a lot of deliberate offense. Nobody wants to make a mistake. They know this is the big game for them. You had a penalty on that, Greg, on the kickoff.
Yeah, the ball went out of bounds, so they'll get the ball midfield, right? That's the rule?
Right, it goes to midfield. And, it's basically they're filling each other out. Somebody's got to take charge here and jump to the front, so to speak.
First down and 20 from midfield. Quarterback Lou Roca will come up shotgun formation, twins to the left. And he'll look at a fake handoff going right and throw outside to Lou Santo. And we have a flag pull, and we have a penalty on a jersey pull. And Santo with the long jersey with the yellow numbers 18.
He's got to tuck that in. If it doesn't get tucked in, he'll just blow it on a touch.
Yeah, that's a
attacking
long
10
jersey.
yards at the end of the run.
That's like a triple extra large like the guys on the Hogs should be wearing, those big monsters on the front line. And we have some big boys playing here for the Nassau Hogs. Mike Einsettler, 6'5", 325, and Bill Boy, 6'7", 340, 70 and 75. And those guys standing on the sideline right to the bottom of your camera, bottom of the screen. Those big guys right there should be playing arena ball for the City Hawks.
They need all the help they can get, Greg.
That's right. They're 2-6, and those two guys right there can help them. Play on the turf in Madison Square Garden, flatten a few people. You guys should be calling up Larry Kuharek of the City Hawks. They could use you guys. First down, goal from the 19-yard line. Roker in shotgun. Fakes the handoff again. Throws outside. Santo with the catch and a spin
Nice
move.
move.
Block. Flags fall off, and he'll be down at around the 6-yard line. 2nd down and goal. We have a little interference. Somebody's probably using a cellular phone around here somewhere. I can hear a conversation from not too far away. Maybe the storm and all that electrical work buzzed into our Cablevision lines here at Hofstra Stadium. Late in the day, the 4th of 4 Long Island Flag Football League games. And our producer just told us he hopes it's a 900 number.
That's why I'm laughing, folks.
And everybody will
Can't
tune
hear
in
it.
because it'll be free access to 900. 2nd down and goal.
Roca and Santo are really starting to hook up here, Greg.
Yeah, he seems to have found the right spot, and it looks like he's been attacking the side where they lost Kendall early in the game with the leg cramps. We have a flag down, rolls left, throws the ball into coverage. We have a collision in the end zone, no flags.
That's a good non-flag, Greg.
An incomplete pass, probably not catchable for anybody, and it looks like the flag is going to be offsides against the defense, which will move the ball down to the 3-yard line. And Dan, it goes half the distance from this point. Am I correct?
Yes, we go half the distance.
Our color man, Frank Cassara, is finally back in the booth. And, Frank, what do you see here?
Well, like I said, I mean, he's really starting to go to Roca a lot now, so Roca to Santo is working out really well.
We have a 2nd down and 3 situation, which is a 2nd down and goal from the 3 situation for Access Direct Jaguars, who trail the Nassau Hogs 7-6 here. Early moments of the second half of the Long Island Flag Football League's D Division Championship. And what we have here is a deliberate, methodical offense run by Lou Roca against a monstrous defense of the Hogs. And the all-out rush of number 28, Curtis Moore, who cleared the way for Anaruma's touchdown run to give them that 1-point lead.
Could you
Roca
repeat that, Greg? Could you repeat that?
Never. Roca up under center, and he hands off, and they're cleared away, and he's going to get in. He's in for the touchdown, and was that a dive, Dan?
No, that was a trip, and he went in. It would not be ruled a dive.
And if it was ruled a dive, would that be
10 yards from the spot of the dive and a loss of down. That would be. But that's not a dive. He got tripped up. If you see this on replay, if it comes up.
That is a nice touchdown there. And I believe the running back is
Here he comes, Greg.
Eddie Hartman, number 21, who takes the handoff and scoots to the outside. Puts the ball in the wrong hand also.
There's the contact.
He did exactly what Berrios did. Inside carry, gets into the end zone. Hats flying. Was that a do-rag?
That was a do-rag.
Do-rag flying.
Good initial speed got him to the
90s
corner.
do-rag. Nice run by Eddie Hartman. And I hope that's you, Eddie Hartman, because that's what it says here on our list of players.
And he's a good advertising, good advertisement for Nike with those Nike sneaks on he's got.
A lot of guys wearing the Nike footwear. Santo with the 18 tied up now. We know who you are because he has like 4 catches, so it won't be tough to identify him. As Roca breaks the huddle, leading here 12-7. Early moments, second half. Looking for the 2-point conversion.
I like Santo.
Free
here.
blitz, lofts it, out of the end zone.
Nowhere.
Incomplete pass, and the Hogs will take over at the 20-yard line and go from all left to right. Here in the Long Island Flag Football Class D Championship at Hofstra Stadium. The final game of 4 wild and crazy Long Island Flag Football games. Probably the best game of the day was that 55-54 thriller where the Wantor Wolverine beat the Molson Icebreakers. One of the proud sponsors here in the Long Island Flag Football League's Crown Trophy, 3108 Hempstead Turnpike in Levittown. Call Crown Trophy at 731-3051. The official award designer of the Long Island Flag Football League.
They are the designer of the Long Island Cup.
Anaruma goes shotgun. First down and 20, trailing 12-7 here, and they're going to sweep the right end with the big boy, Curtis Moore, clearing away. Anaruma's going to get about 7 yards. And I don't know if that's a lot of fun for those guys trying to get in front of Mr. Moore. Moore trucking.
He is a load.
Tough play for Mickey Hartman, number 53.
He wears a size 13.5 cleat, and I can tell you the reason I do know that. I tore one of my cleats at the field. He offered me his, and it fit like a glove.
Our Cablevision crew doing an outstanding job today. We are in our 4th game of 4 Long Island Flag Football Championships. This is the D Division. It's been a long day here at Hofstra Stadium. We've had some very exciting football games, the C game being the best game of the day.
And the B was pretty good, too.
And now we have 2nd down and 14. Anaruma to pass, and he completes his pass out to about the 35-yard line, where it'll set up a 3rd and 5.
Nice catch. He looked it into his hands well there, Greg.
Greg, can you guys, and Frank, can you remember any turnovers today? Any interceptions at all?
Yeah, I threw one in the first game.
That's why I said it.
That's all right.
I think that's the only turnover all day.
That's all right. I won 19-0.
That's right, Greg. That's right. But I think that was the only turnover in 4 games.
I think you're wrong. I don't think their quarterback threw any interceptions.
I don't know.
I don't think he threw any touchdowns either.
I'm in the B game. I'm not sure if there were any turnovers. Let's think, because I really don't want that distinction for this 1987 championship.
Aruma taking off.
Oh, he's pumping over the line of scrimmage just to throw them off, and it's going to set up 4th down and 3. Nice flag pull. I don't have to guess because all the linebackers are the Boyles.
Yeah, they're all the Boyle
It was
brothers.
the funny hat
Say
man.
one of the Boyles flagged them, but it really wasn't. It was Todd McGee. 4th flag of the day for McGee. He's having an outstanding game in the middle of the field. Does a real nice job there. He's a tough kid. Now you got me thinking, were there any picks in the C game?
Did you notice how I said Anaruma with no problem? And during the play.
You rolled right through it, Dan.
Rolled is appropriate.
I don't know, Greg. You're looking a little
Anaruma.
Anaruma.
I'm here with the robust
4th down and
twins.
3. He's going for it. Offsides. No flag.
No flag.
A lot of trouble, but he's got a dump
Wide
pass,
open.
wide open. And that's a good play, and that's a tough flag. They finally get the flag pulled.
They are struggling with the flags, Greg.
Took a
That's
while.
D-Division football.
Ken Boyle pulling the flag finally after Tom Reardon picks up the 1st down with a catch of about 10 yards.
I remember doing Greg in the C division at Center Reach High School.
Yeah,
Let's go back.
We won a championship then, too, in 88.
Yeah, that's
And
was that
89.
88, Greg? 87?
I don't know. We won so many of them. I plaqued the
Seems
whole
to
room.
follow us around.
We have so many plaques with the Grazio and the Giants, I plaqued the whole room.
I don't know. I hear a lot of patting of the back. Is that what I hear?
It's the last day of my career. I'm just having some fun.
Yeah, I know.
I just want to
You
watch these
deserve it.
guys from
Greg's
now
giving
on.
his annual retirement speech. He gives one every year, so.
Anaruma, 1st down and 12. Looks downfield. All day to throw. He throws a little out of the flat to Reardon again.
He's using
Boyle.
him a lot.
And he's going to get about 11 yards to the 21-yard line. We're going to 2nd and 1. That's a nice catch. You know, I see these guys tippy-toeing a little bit. It's got to be a little slippery out there. There's still a lot of moisture from the rainstorm.
Anaruma he didn't have any footwork on that. He just stood there flat-footed, had a lot of time to throw the ball, and spotted the receiver and got it to him.
He was enjoying himself, Anaruma. I watched him at the half. He came over to the stands. His wife held up their little baby over there in the stands, just sitting in the first row. He gave him a big kiss. He was a big smile on his face. He was up 7-6. That's what it's all about. Come out here and have fun. Enjoy yourself.
Tom Reardon, a big part of this drive right here. Anaruma having no problems going to him, and I'm having no problems with the name Anaruma.
All right, Frank.
You guys are both awesome. 2nd down and 1. Blitz is on. He gets it away, and guess who?
Mr. Reardon on the reception.
1st down to the 11-yard line. A pickup of 11 again. That's the magic combination there. We have Roca to Santo, and now we have Anaruma to Reardon. Reardon, a Baldwin High School graduate. He was one of the better Hofstra Flying Dutchmen who went out to play semi-pro at Harrisburg. He is the defensive coordinator at MacArthur High School football. He's married with 2 children, and he's a general contractor, and I pretty much covered it all.
Oh, pretty good.
It's like my cousin. I know everything about him. Tom Reardon, 3 catches on this drive. Has keyed him all the way down the field.
What a program over there at Bethpage High School, huh?
Yeah, that's a great high school. They can't beat Comswag or North Babylon, but
But they're a great high school just the same.
That's right.
Yep. Anaruma rolls left, little dump pass, touchdown.
That's a good call.
That is, he almost babied that throw. He was a little short on it, a little short arm in there, a little alligator arm, but he got the ball out. Nice catch in the end zone. Give that guy a lot of credit. Nice diving catch.
I'd love
the
to get his
man
number.
with no number on the front. Who is
Here's a
that?
replay, Greg.
Who is that unnumbered man? Here we go, a little roll to the left. He pumps it out. That's a nice catch.
Couldn't pick it up. There it is, 41.
Craig Burge, Plain Edge High School graduate, Old County gridiron guy. He led the team in interceptions.
Another cousin of yours.
He's just an excellent player. I remember the name. He's a stud. Uh-oh.
No good.
our kicker from Ireland just shanked it right. So we'll start at the 20-yard line. The Hogs forge a 13-12 lead over the Access Direct Jaguars. We picked up the pace here a little bit in the second half in this D championship game.
Well, they got the nervousness out. They're settling down into playing their game. Again, by rule, if the kick is no good, they start on a 20-yard line.
So where do you go after the game, Dan?
I go to Whoville's, baby.
As do I.
Whoville's Bar and Grill, 339 Broadway, Bethpage. For a lot of fun, excitement, good food and drink, go to Whoville's, 931-9296. Proud sponsor of the Long Island Flag Football League.
Great place and the prettiest bartenders you'll see.
Oh, my, Dan.
Danny boy. First down and 20 at the 20-yard line. Roker and shotgun, inside handoff. Oh, little pitch back, and he's going yard deep. Underthrown and picked off. Big interception in the secondary, and it looks like Ron Anaruma. It's an Anaruma.
An Anaruma.
Nice interception. The ball was underthrown. A little
We
trickery
can call
in the
that
secondary
a
there.
D division.
I don't know if
like
you could run this play in this division down with the 3 Mississippi count.
No.
There's really no deception there. You know, they didn't really sell it too much.
Nobody. They didn't sell it at all.
I wasn't
And
buying
he doesn't have the arm strength to throw that ball 60 yards like Ricky Phillips does in the C division.
Or Greg Sarah of the A.
I don't have that kind of arm strength either.
No, we have to give them a lot of kudos that Ricky Phillips and that Molson Icebreakers. They played a great game.
You know, I feel bad about that because he's a good friend of mine. He had a lot of guts going for the 2-point conversion. But you know what? The Wantor team just played great. And it really showed me a lot.
It was a great
They were
battle,
resilient.
guys. A great battle.
Here we go with the sweep again. We're going to come right on a sweep. Anaruma, what?
Oh, Mr. Moore.
Oh, what a block.
Mr. Moore. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, he just sent 71 flying.
Well, Ricky Boyle, who has 9 interceptions this year and only weighs $180, just took on a guy who weighs 250 running full speed on wet turf.
Holy God.
And that's not fun.
Watch
Here
this
we
block.
go. And watch, you got to give him a lot of credit.
Look at him get out there
Boyle
more.
comes right at him. He's not afraid. He's getting blocked by 2 guys, actually. And now he gets decleated.
I believe decleated would be accurate, Greg.
Yeah, a
You know what?
decleater.
It's really tough when you weigh 180 and you got a 350-pound guy shoving you into a 250-pound Mack truck coming around the end. And that's what you got over there.
Mr. Moore, the man who lent me his cleats.
Just some big feet over there. Look at that.
Kid.
Shotgun formation. Inside hand up to run.
Oh, he missed the block that
Cuts
time.
inside. Nice flag.
That time he missed the block, Greg.
That's a real nice flag right there. No gain. No gain on the play. It'll bring up a second down.
Got a penalty.
18.
Flag is down.
Flag's down on the field. We may have had motion, and we may have had a hold. And I think we've had a hold, Dan.
Offensive holding.
That's what we got.
Officials all over that. I'll tell you, Joe Cook doesn't call a lot of holding penalties. You really got to have a grip in someone's jersey from the call that, because there's a lot of hand fighting that goes on out there on the field.
Joe is the line judge on Mickey Kane's crew in Suffolk Football, Section 11. Frank Agliotti, Section 11 ref.
Penalty was accepted. It'll be first down and 27. Fake the inside handoff. Throwback screen. And we got a nice block. And we got some big boys running out in the secondary. Anarum is flagged. Another outstanding flag in the secondary. I'll tell you what. We're seeing some guys that can pull flags out there. Mickey Hartman on the flag, number 53. Extending himself for that flag. Ron Anaruma had room to roam. Say that, Dan. Anaruma, room to roam.
Anaruma, room to roam.
Very good.
Excellent work, Dan. Excellent.
You're a beautiful
You
man.
didn't know I was a linguist, did you?
Second down, 21. It's D Division Championship. Another tight one. 13-12. The Hogs lead. Access Direct Jaguars. 13-12 midway through the second half of our Class D Long Island Flag Football League Championship. All 4 games are good games today, right, Dan?
Yeah, pretty good. Frank, what do you think?
I think they were all good games. The A game was a bit of a blowout, I thought, but B and C were excellent games. What do you think, Greg?
I agree. Anaruma pump fakes, and he's got a man open. Good coverage and knocked down. Hey, guess who on the knockdown?
Terminator.
Yep. There was
Saw
a
a
little
guy over
contact there. If we get a replay on this,
Mark
this was close.
Lamont looking for interception number 19.
Watch the
denies
contact.
another pass completion.
What do you think here?
Deep down the right sideline. I think he's aggressive, and I think that's a real tough play. No. Somebody lost the sneaker. Anaruma did. The sneaker's right there, the corner of the screen. Not a bad throw. He needs to get a little bit more.
There's the contact,
that's
guys.
the angle.
That ball was underthrown. That's why the guy stopped running. They were both fighting for the ball.
I'm thinking the Terminator on pass interference there. What do you think of that?
I agree wholeheartedly with you, Frank. That
Mark,
should have been
good play, 6'9". You're having a great game. Anaruma in shotgun, 3rd down and a low 21. Twins left. Moore out and going down the seam. He's going to the big guy. And the ball's
a little pushing and shoving downfield.
There's a lot of movement out there. Yeah, you know what? There's a lot of guys pushing off.
Refs are letting them play, though.
Nobody gets better separation in flag football than Bob Monahan. He pushes off all the time. I know. I throw to him. And that's part of the game. If you can get away with it, you got to do it.
I hope Bob's feeling better. I heard he separated his shoulder in the A championship game.
He got cheap shot in the A game. Came down with a nice 30-yard pass completion. And he got taken out by his legs, and the officials didn't call it. The guy should have been thrown out of the game. Took him out, separated his shoulder.
Not the way I saw it.
Well, we hope you feel better, Bob. We love you.
Bobby's a money player.
He's a great player. He makes the quarterbacks what they are. He makes quarterbacks good players. Bob Monahan is a stud. We're going to punt here. We're going to see a little Gaelic punt coming here. Australian News football punt down to the 10-yard line. He turns it up the right sideline. A nice flag. That's an outstanding flag. And guess what? He's got the go-ahead touchdown, the same man. One of the proud sponsors of the Long Island Flag Football League, a place Dan loves to frequent, BK Sweeney's, Parkside Tavern, 356 Broadway in Bethpage, 931-9296. If you want to hang out with Dan, go to BK Sweeney's and have a few.
Another great place to hang out, guys, and have a few. Let me tell you, Greg. Great place.
Good football team, but you know what? They always lose the big one, Dan. They never win the big one, those guys.
But, they won it one year. I mean, you know what it is? Everybody says you're a loser because you don't win the big game. I don't believe in that.
Yeah, you got to get there first.
That's it. When you get there, you're a winner.
It's horrible to have that tag like the Minnesota Vikings and teams that make the finals. And
I believe they beat the winners Giants in that
remember that game.
Yeah, I believe Greg Sarah was on that team.
There was only one reason for that, Frank.
Greg Sarah did not play, if I remember correctly.
With a knee injury, he had surgery.
No excuses.
Incomplete pass. Roca looking out to the left sideline. Pass incomplete on 1st and 20.
BK Sweeney's was upset this year by the East Meadow 49ers in that NASA championship game. 7-5.
Not surprised.
On a 2-run double in the 8th?
2-run double in the 8th. That was a great defensive game. Great defensive game.
Yeah, they had some defense today. 2nd down and 2.
Greg is only kidding, fans. He's only kidding.
2nd down and 2. You guys are killing me today.
To BK Sweeney's credit, they were injured.
I'll tell you what.
They had a couple
The East Meadow 49ers were a very physical team. They're fast and they're young. And they're going to be around for a long time.
That's the scary part. They're a young team.
You know, I mean, you look at some
one
of these
loss all year.
teams. Look at the guys in this line. I mean, these guys got to be for what? They may blitz right here. 2nd down 2.
Under center, too.
And he's going to look out in the flat again and again. Way out of play. You know, Dan, sometimes you only need 2 yards for a 1st down. You lose your focus.
That's true.
You know, right now he should be just trying to do the right thing and go down the middle of the field or dump to the tight end or inside handoff. And he's looking for that 10, 15 yards out. He only needs a little short 5-yard down and out. Getting back to East Meadow 49ers. They were a very, very physical team. They were fast. They're young. They're up and coming. They'll be around for a long time. They'll have another shot. They'll be back in those finals. I wouldn't say it was an upset that they beat BK Sweeney's in the finals. They were 10-1 coming into
right. They also beat Anchorfish Hurricanes, which is another upcoming team in Nassau.
They are a good team.
They're a classy group of guys. It was fun playing against them. I'm glad nobody rolled up on my leg. You know, I'm tired of that in championship games. Guys love to take cheap shots at quarterbacks. Those guys definitely did nothing of the sort. I'll tell you what, they had a linebacker, James Pagano, come through the middle. He had a free shot to do whatever he wanted and didn't take it. Hit a little completion on a rollout. Big 1st down pass by Roca to Santo. Sets up a 1st down and about 16, getting out to the 40-yard line. We have about 9 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the Class D championship. And we're doing reminiscing and going over a few of the earlier games. If you want to join this Long Island Flag Football League, whether you want to play in the A, the B, the C, the D, and we've played them all today here at Hofstra, they're accepting new teams for the 1997 fall season. Finals of that season are held at Giants Stadium. Call 516-842-6023 and join Long Island Flag Football.
You know, it's like a spiraling effect. We also have games in RFK in Washington. We also play at the University of Alabama with our tournaments. It's a great league.
That's what makes us the elite league, guys.
It is. We play everywhere.
Roca to Santo, pickup of about 7. Second down and 5, and that was a dangerous pass. That ball was almost picked off out there.
Hurry up offense, Greg.
Well, they're running out of time here late in the second half. Roker in shotgun, looking sideline. He's not there. He's got nothing. He's going to get sacked. He's still going, and you're going to have a hold.
Monty threw a flag here.
He's got a hold. Pull him
fella.
by his pants. You know, I have to be honest. His jersey is down over his flags. It's down beyond where his shirt is tucked into his pants. And how do you pull the flag off without getting the jersey or the pant?
That's a first down.
It's a real tough play. And I think Curtis Moore is expressing himself out there to the referees right now and letting them know that he felt that's a tough thing to do when the shirt is out of the pants.
2
we
minutes.
are down to the 2-minute warning. You know, I got to tell you something. The guy that told us that there was about 9 minutes left about a minute ago, that guy is just wishing he's looking at the wrong clock. First down, 15 at the 35-yard line.
He's just
of the Hogs.
He's just got to get him in field goal position here. Use the clock, get in field goal position, and bang that kick through.
The Access Direct Jaguars trailing 13-12 with the ball at the 35-yard line. Lou Roca pumps, and now he's going deep, and he was hit. The ball's underthrown, and what a great catch. Lou Santo with an outstanding catch.
And there's a flag
between two defenders. And there's a flag on the play for an illegal hit at the end of the play, and we'll see that again.
Watch Santo get up here, Greg.
And I'll tell you what, he pump fakes, and now he throws with people right in his face. Curtis Moore right in his face. Ball's well underthrown. Santo stops, adjusts, makes the catch.
Floated ahead.
And Anaruma smacks him right in the cheek. And that's a great catch right there by Santo. That moves the ball down to about the 1-yard line after the penalty is walked off. Big pump fake by Lou Roca. Nice throw, Lou. Anaruma coming across to help out on that side of the field.
He threw it off his back foot, too.
Came a little bit late, and we're going to get first down and goal from the 2-yard line.
We got a timeout on the defense.
Johnny Marzo's been quiet.
Yeah, Marzo's been non-existent here in the second half. It's been Roca to Santo. Dan, going back to the A division and B division, I think both B division teams need to move up into the A division.
Oh, they are definitely
they'll
worthy.
be moving up.
Crimson Tide looked real strong out there. They had a real good blend of offensive running and passing, strong defense. All right, they did a nice job.
They have to beef up on the offensive and defensive lines.
The Fighting Irish had remnants of A teams from the past. All right, the National Fighting Irish, they need to move up into the A division, bring some competitiveness up there. And, you know, you'll build that division. I mean, the East Meadow 49ers and teams of that sort should play in the Pac-8 or the Super 10 if George brings back the top 10 teams on the island.
That's true, right.
I know my team.
Those are all good teams.
Casares Falcons is in.
Fakes the inside fan.
Touchdown.
That's a touchdown. That's a great catch. That is an absolutely
he's
good
calling
catch.
him out of the end
Yeah,
zone.
he came out in the back of the end zone.
That's right.
That ball was picked off if he didn't do that. That's not a bad play.
Tony Lamonte on that call.
Let me tell you something. If we can get a look at that in the replay, if he doesn't jump in front of that guy and pick that off, it's picked off by Anaruma. He was standing right there. Now, look, he's rolling right with no receiver over there. There is nobody there. Now, he throws. Oh, I'll tell you what.
Tough angle.
That's a tough play, and that's a tough angle on that. We see from the straight ahead. Watch Anaruma, number 12. He floats over. He's standing right there. Here's the pass. Throwing a little bit behind him, but he comes from back behind the end zone.
Yeah. That's a 5-yard penalty, no loss of down.
It's still an outstanding catch.
Yeah.
It's just not going to count. And they're going to have second down and goal at the 6, still right there in field goal range. Lou Roca drawing up the play in the back, and maybe we'll see Marzo here.
You got to keep this high percentage, Greg. You don't want to make any mistakes down here, especially this close when you have a kicker.
And you got the field goal, right? Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes I wonder the play calling. I would just run the ball here, get as close as I can, and bang it right through.
It's tough to be a quarterback in these situations. Yeah. If you don't get it done, they tell you play calling was terrible. Roca under center, fakes the handoff, rolls right. He's coming all the way back left, and he should run into the end zone, fake the pass, and he gets flagged.
There's a good block by number 52 of Access Direct. He took Moore out. Got the name on him, 52.
That is a good job right there. Getting the ball down inside the 2-yard line.
That was Thomas Magoulas.
No, it was Bill Hendricks, the center. He wears the same number as
We
Thomas
got
Magoulas.
252.
Right. Bill Hendricks, he came back and picked up Moore because
Way to
Moore
go,
would have
guys.
flagged him.
3rd down, goal from the 3. Game on the line.
What do you call here, Frankie?
Again, I keep it high percentage. I'd go to Santo. Maybe a little post corner route, something towards the sideline.
Now, Dan, is the blitz live?
I believe it's still live. If they use it beforehand, I can't see it. I can't see
No,
why.
he rolled right on the one play so that once you leave the pocket and go outside the tackle, you're
Tackle
allowed to blitz.
Right. Well, let's see what he calls here.
3rd down, big play. Now, do they go for the field goal if they don't punch this in?
I would pitch the ball out to a back and see what he can get. Because the ball is sent it anyway for the kick. On an 80 by 40-yard field, we don't use the hash. So the ball would be sent it for the kick.
3rd down, goal from the 3-yard line.
Let's see if he
Lou
goes to
Roca
Santo.
brings the Access Direct Jaguars to the line of scrimmage.
No running
They
back.
trail 13-12 to the Nassau Hogs. Shotgun formation. No blitz.
Santo.
Wide open Santo. Touchdown. Touchdown and the lead for Lou Roca and the Access Direct Jaguars, who now lead 18-13.
Got to get 2 here, Greg. Got to get
with
2.
just over a minute to play here in the Long Island Flag Football's Class D Championship at Hofstra.
No, they're going to kick.
Oh, boy.
They're going to kick. They're not listening to you,
It's a
Frankie.
repeating thing, game after game, people.
Yeah.
Santo came open on that, guys, coming across the field and into the corner of the end zone.
Excellent call. I believe I called that.
Jaguars lead 18-13 here on Cablevision, and they're getting ready for the extra point kick to take a 6-point lead. As Joe Cook sorts things out, sets people up. (18-13). Access Direct looking for a 6-point lead. The kick is up, and it's no good. And that could prove fatal with a 5-point lead and enough time to drive down the field.
Yeah, they should have went for 2 there, Greg. Frankie, they should have went for 2.
Oh, I agree, Dan. I agree.
Frank's had a problem with the play decision calling in most of these games today. See that touchdown one more time. We'll see Santo breaking open. Looking for the end zone shot. Santo coming across. Roca firing out to the flat on the down and out. And there he is, wide open for the touch. And the 18-13 lead.
Santo's a nice little player.
Those 2 guys are from the Deer Park Falcon days in the C Division, going back about 10 years. They used to play for the old Deer Park Falcons.
Wait. Santo used to be a quarterback, left-handed quarterback for somebody, didn't he?
Yes, in the C Division, he was the quarterback and he used to rotate with Roca. They used to work the halves.
I recognized him. He owes me a game tape from 5 years ago.
Let's get him after
How
the game.
great is
Greg.
that, Santo? You owe me a tape. Anaruma, 1st and 20 from his own 20. No kick because of the missed extra point, down by 5.
25 is
He
open.
pumps and he's going over the middle of the field.
Moore.
And he's got Curtis Moore who ducked his head and will get a flag for that. You are not allowed to duck your head and charge.
Let's see what he's got. Frank Agliotti threw the flag, looking to discuss it with Walton and
Completed
Cook.
pass for 16
He
yards.
just called lower in the head. I saw it. That was the
Penalty
indication.
against Curtis Moore, the Mack truck. Sometimes when you're just inbred in you to catch a ball and run hard, it's not surprising that he would do something like that. He's a big guy. He runs hard. He's a football player.
Is that a great call, though?
It's a great call.
I agree with the call.
Great call.
I should be an official because I called him before he threw the flag.
You most certainly did, Greg.
Don't tell him that I have a little earpiece in that guy's head, and that's why he called.
He still gets a 2-yard gain out of it. Lost it down. 2nd down now. They lose it down on that.
2nd down,
Not a minute left.
16. 2nd down and 14. Anaruma brings him to the line. Shotgun formation. Down 5 in the waning moments of this Class D championship here at Hofstra. He's going to run.
There we go. Look,
And
open
he's gonna
field.
get good yardage, and he gets the ball knocked out of his hands, and you're going to get called for a strip.
That's a ball strip. That's a great call, boy. These guys are making me look good. Let me tell you, that was a great call by Gagliotti.
You're not allowed to strip the ball from the ball carrier when he's running downfield, whether he's carrying it like a loaf of bread or not. And you'll see Anaruma has the
He didn't
ball
lower
way
his
out to
head.
the
See?
side.
Watch this. He
See
didn't
the
lower
ball
his
out
head.
there? Now you got to go for the flag. You cannot go for the ball. Does he go for the ball?
Oh, he stripped him. He stripped him.
He was going for the flag.
Boy,
And he
another,
got
Another
jersey,
disagreement
too.
in the booth.
another difference of opinion.
He wasn't going for the ball. He was going for the flag.
I'm going to play Switzerland on that one,
All
guys.
right, you're not
Kenny
sure.
Boyle will argue with me after the game, but
Yes,
I thought
he
it was a
will.
good call.
He's coming up in the elevator.
Yeah.
First down.
25.
Big dump pass to Reardon. Miss a flag, and we get down. Lamont flags him inside the 20. First and goal. First and goal, Access Direct leads 18-13. Seconds remaining here in the Long Island Flag Football's Class D Championship. Oh,
That means
boy,
there's
we're
no
coming through
time.
the line. 53 flying through the line.
Giving
That
up
was
the
Mickey
body
Bartman.
for the boys.
That's what it's all
Clock
about.
stops. Second down. Second down and goal from the 18. The Nassau Hogs, who have led most of this game, now trail 18-13 via the 3-yard touchdown pass from Lou Roca to his favorite receiver, Mr. what? Santo. Santo had a big second half, huh, Dan?
Yeah, oh, yeah. We have 27 seconds left, Greg.
We have 27 seconds left in this Class D final. Jaguars lead by 5, 18-13. Anarumo in shotgun. Second down and goal from the 18-yard line. And he's looking for his brother left, and now he comes back right. And he overthrows his receiver, intended for Reardon, who stumbles out of bounds. Clock stops.
You know, this,
Down to the wire.
you know, this game really picked up the second half.
Yeah, it really did. Both teams played well. They showed a lot of good flag pulls.
Yep.
Guys did a really nice job. Reardon lost his sneaker, too. Reardon and Anarumo both lost their sneakers down in that part of the end zone. I'll tell you what, I bet you their feet are soaked.
Oh, yeah.
Mine are pretty dry up here, Greg.
He's tired. Tough thing over there.
Let's have about 22 seconds. I didn't eat up that much time.
It's been a great day of flag football, culminating in this Class D championship. Access Direct Jaguars of Suffolk hold a tenuous 18-13 lead. Third and goal from the 18-yard line. Anarumo shotgun, trips to the left. Back to pass, and he's looking yard. He's looking down the middle. A lot of time. Pressure's on.
Good block.
Miss a flag. Back in the end zone. Wide open.
No,
and
out of bounds.
out of bounds. Whether he caught it or not, he was out of bounds. Fourth down. And it'll come down to the final play of the game. Mark Lamar with a huge smile on his face. He knows they are one play away from victory, which would give Suffolk County 3 of the 4 titles here in the Long Island Flag Football Championships.
Greg, I'll tell you, this is coming right down to the wire again. These games have been excellent.
Yeah, 3 of the 4 games came right down to the final series.
Couldn't ask for a better day.
Well, except for that rain we had.
That rain was great. It was a definite.
Cooled the place off a little.
Yeah, it definitely was needed. It was very hot.
Okay, here we go, guys.
Fourth down and goal from the 18. Anarumo shotgun, trips left, tight end right. 18-13 Jaguars lead. Anarumo down 5, looking last pass into the end zone. Being flushed in the pocket. He's going to try to run into the end zone and make it. Is he going to get there? And he's in there for the touchdown. He's in for the touchdown, and they are going to win this game up 19-18. And what a daring run. Frank, what do you think of that?
They're claiming he dove in the end zone, but I don't agree.
No way.
I think that was an excellent play, and there's
Now
a
you got
personal
a
foul
flag.
because they really were claiming he dove into the end zone there.
I'll tell you what.
Expletive deleted.
There's a lot of guts on that. He's got to chew up 20 yards of real estate. He has all day to throw, no pressure, big job on the line, and he takes off. And look at this run. There's 3 guys that got to flag him, and they hit him, and that's how he fell in the end zone. That is an outstanding run by Anarumo.
They could have had him at the 2, Greg. They missed the flag.
That is just an unbelievable touchdown run, and that'll do it here for the Class D championship, and it ends on that play. Peter Anarumo scoots 17 yards.
They split it, Greg.
For a touchdown. Final score, Hogs 19, Access Direct 18.
Cable theft is a crime. If you see it, help us fix it. Call 1-800-660-0715. All calls are confidential.
Welcome back to Hofstra. It's Greg Sarah here with Dan Alvino and the D Division champions of Long Island Flag Football, the Hogs. And the Hogs won this game on the last play of the game. Quarterback Pete Anaruma scoots 20 yards for the touchdown for the 1918 win. Here to present the trophy is the Assistant Commissioner, Dan Alvino.
Thanks, guys. On behalf of George Higgins and the league, it was a great game, great finish, and I'm going to present this trophy to your coaching captain, Mr. Reardon. Here you go.
And that'll wrap it up from Hofstra. 4 exciting flag football championships, the A, the B, the C, and the D. And we are wrapping up a great day at Hofstra Stadium. Long Island flag football. See you in the fall.